Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Hope you are doing well. Okay, right. So let us discuss about a topic today, which is users and groups. Okay, let me just explain the common problems and also some fundamental things and also the tips and tricks. Okay, fine. Thanks for your responses, and let me just share it. Just give me a quick moment. Yeah, I think you can able to see my screen. Yes. So now normally we'll be using user add command, user add, for example OSE user 1. Okay, so this user is created now. Okay, everyone knows that this user is created. So how do I cross verify etc password? This is a user local user database file, and here you can able to see this user information. Okay, like it has 7 different columns. The first column for the user name or the login name, second column for the password identification mark. Okay, why? Because so in earlier Unix, right, people used to keep the passwords, the clear text passwords here, but you know that, right? If we keep this one, right, then password is exposed to the like anyone, and they can able to easily access the other user accounts. Okay, that is not a good. So that is the reason we have a separate file for storing the password details, and that too not in the clear text but in the encrypted information. Okay, the third column denotes the user ID. Okay, the user ID is a numerical one, and user or the system understands only the user ID. Okay, this username is only for the human reference. Okay, machine understand only the user ID, so it is a mapping part. Okay, the fourth field is nothing but the group ID. Okay, so it is for every group, right? We have one ID, and that is what here also we have. Okay, so these values should be unique in nature. Whatever that I'm mentioning here, these values, either the user ID or the group ID, should be unique in nature. The fifth column, which doesn't have anything as of now, is actually for the comment section. Right, comment means we can able to understand who is doing what. For example, if a process application is running on a particular user account, okay, and if that particular application is consuming more memory, or it's a CPU eatable one, right, then we need to identify who is that user is running, or maybe the user running some special scripts or something like that. Okay, so without knowing that, we should not take any action, right? As a system administrator, we have to just understand and who is doing what, and we have to keep we have to inform them properly before doing any actions. Okay, the next column talks about the home directory. Home directory is the place where the user can have the homes, right? For example, everyone, we have our home, right? In our home we have the full privilege, so we can sing song loudly, we can dance, we can play, we can do whatever we want, right? Similarly here also, the every user, we have a user users home directory. Okay, so normally it will be located in /home, but sometimes it also varies like /var also, but it depends. I will also explain where it comes actually in the few minutes later. Okay, the last column talks about the shell. The shell, here it is denoted as /bin/bash. Bash stands for born again shell, which is a default shell in the Linux. Okay, we have multiple other shells also. For example, corn shell is there, T shell, turbo shell is there, C shell is there. Okay, so some other shells are there, that is mainly for the specific type of users. Some C programmers may be there. Okay, turbo C programmers may be there, that may be helpful for them. Okay, so every shell has its own feature, and that depends. Okay, so bash is the standard or default shell for the Linux. Okay, now as I have created the user, I can also delete the user with the help of user del command. OSE user 1, I'm going to delete it. See here, I have deleted the user, However, when I go to var, you can able to see this user is still, the user's home directory is still available. See here, this is the user's home directory is still available. The reason behind that is, okay, when the user created, right, all the user's file will be available in the home directory, right? So without any option, okay, you should not blindly delete the or remove the user information, user data. Okay, sometimes if the some other users or administrator or the project manager says that, okay, we want the data back, right, then we have to actually we have to be in a better position to actually access those information, because those are all actually the organizational data only, right? So that is the reason. But we have some specific options. Then by you can also remove the home directory along with the user. Some specific option is also there. Then we can able to do that. Fine. Next to that, as like as user add, there is a command called group add. Group add, for example, GP grp1 like that. Okay, so where it will reflect in the place called etc group. So now you can see that. Okay, so etc password is the local users informations, local user database. Similarly, etc group is the place where we can have the group informations. Okay, see here it has the 4 different columns. First column talks about the group name, second column talks about the group password. Okay, some of us like maybe thinking, why do we need group password? Are we going to log in as a user? Not like that. But we have a group password is mainly for you can configure a user, normal user, as a group administrator. Okay, with the help of gpassword command you can able to do that, so that the group administrator can able to add any user into the group or remove that. So like that he can able to manage. Okay, the third column talks about the group ID. Okay, the group ID is actually, as I referred, the fourth column in etc password, right, that should actually map to this particular third column in the etc group in case if the user is created. Okay, here there is a concept called primary users also available. So primary users primary group and a secondary group. Okay, the primary group is the one, okay, please note that primary group is the one that will be created by default by the user add command. Okay, when the user created, for example, see here, user add OSE user 2 I can mention. See here, cat etc password. Okay, grep for OSE user 2 is available, but it will also create a group here called OSE user 2. See here, yes, this group is actually called as primary group. Why do we need to create this one? Because in the users, in the metadata of the Unix system, that we have a practice, right? See here, in the metadata we have a practice of having the group informations also. That is the reason, okay, the user add command is embedded with creating the group also, okay, for us. Okay, this is again a benefit for us. Okay, otherwise what we have to do, first we have to create a user, after that we have to create the group with the group add command, then we have to map and we have to do so many things, right? So to avoid that, group user add command itself will be doing will be creating the group as per the requirements. Okay, right, fantastic. Okay, so now I can set the password for the user. Now I will show you one more file which is actually called as etc shadow. etc shadow, we have the user information along with other details. For example, see here, there is a user called lab user 3. Okay, this is the first column. The second column, it talks about completely the encrypted password. Okay, encrypted means what? Actually the password, okay, not in a clear text, it's converted into some different format and it is stored here. Why? Because of the security reasons. Okay, and also we have some other informations like some epoch value will be there, the Unix bond date, right? January 1, 1970 is the bond date, and we will actually subtract the value from here. Right, next is actually here, sometimes it may be 0, most of the times it may be 0. Here we referred as 2, as because it's a minimum number of days between password change, that I will explain if possible. Next is this actually the maximum number of days for the password, and next one is actually the warning age. So these are all you can able to find in the man page of etc shadow. You will get all the informations. Right, coming to the actual point, this is the right, this is the encrypted password information which is available in the file called etc shadow. etc shadow is the file which actually cares about the password aging informations. Okay, fine. Now you can see the lab user 3 has this, but what about the lab user 4, lab user 5, OSE 2, etc.? We don't have, as because I have not set the password. So if you have not set the password, you can see how it is reflected here with 2 exclamatory marks. Suppose if I am trying to set the password for the user called OSE user 2, okay, now you can see I'm just set some common password. Okay, after that you can see what happened. See here, OSE 2 has a encrypted password details now. Okay, now the password which I have set, I could able to log in, but before that I will just log in as lab user 3. So now I logged in as a root user. From the root user, I am trying to log in as a different user, any user. Okay, normal user, it won't ask me password in general. Okay, so that is what when I try to log in from the normal user, okay, to another normal user, definitely it will ask me the password. Now that is what I am expecting. So I'm trying to logging in now. Yes, I could able to logging in now. Okay, so now I logged in here. Okay, and after that, so what I'm doing, I'm trying to set the password for myself. Okay, why I'm trying to set the password here? Because the password which actually given by the administrator is a default password. You should not use that. Why? Because you know that when you open a bank account, right, they will give you, for the debit card, they will give you a default password, right? You should not use the password, okay, after the first login. Okay, means when you are trying to insert your card, it will ask you first to change your password, right? Similarly here also, if you want to change that, the password should be understandable, should be notable only by you, I mean one to one. Okay, it should not be exposed to anyone other than you. That is what actually the standards, that's what the corporate standards. Okay, so like that, first it is asking me the password. I am setting the password, I mean the current password. It ensures that yes, you are the user, right? Now the new password it is asking. I can set some new password. Yes, password do not match. Probably I would have done some mistake. Yes, password is set now. Okay, so now you can see, let me logging in here. Okay, right, I have set the password here. So that we have set already, but we have ensured that yes, as a normal user also we can able to set the password. Suppose if I wanted to, if your project manager asking you to lock the user's account, okay, due to some reason, lock the user's account. So how do I do that? Password, okay, -L for locking, and the username, I can say OSE user 2. Yes, now it says that yes, it is success. Now I will show you what happened. See here, there is a double exclamatory marks before the password. Earlier it was not there, but now it is available, right? It was not there now, but now it is available. So when it is there, then you cannot able to log in. Can see that. See here, it's asking password. It is asking password, but it is unable to log in, as I have given the right password only, but still it's unable to log in. Okay, so So what I can do, I can unlock the password here by using U stands for unlocking. Okay, now you can see, yes, now it is done. So now you can see, right, and that double exclamatory mark is not available here, right? Fantastic. So now let me show you tab user 3. I'm just trying to logging in, trying OSE user 2. Okay, so password is, yes, now I could able to log in. Okay, so so here we have understood that a normal user set or reset the password for himself or herself. Okay, so like that the normal user we can able to lock the user's account as administrator or unlock the user's account, because that cannot be done by the normal user. That should be done by the administrator, because that is the only possibility for them. Okay, right. So other than that, okay, we also have an option called change -L OSE user 2, like that. Any username you can give. These informations are available. Okay, so to know better about this one, right, we wanted to understand two things. One is, this two things is nothing but two templates. Okay, so the templates are nothing but etc login.devs is one template. It is actually a file. Another file is actually called as etc default user add. Okay, so these two files, okay, will be used very much when you are trying to create a user. For example, I am administrator, wanted to create a user, then these two files will be very much used here. I will show you, just open that, I will show you. See here, there are some options here. Okay, for example, the password maximum age, right, is shows as 60. Okay, see here, cat etc shadow tail -1. Suppose, see here, this is the maximum days which is set. Suppose if I wanted to change this 60 to 100, okay, maybe 100. Now you can see here, after this, right, it will not give any impact to the existing user, but it will actually try to deploy these informations, these data only for the new users. Okay, for example, user add OSE user 3. I'm just going to create a user. See here, etc shadow tail -2. You can see that this is nothing but 60, but this is nothing but 100. 100 means is the maximum number of days that password can sustain. Okay, and other informations are also there, like these values, like the warning age and the minimum number of days. All these are available. So now you can see minimum days is there. Okay, warning age, these are all you can able to manage with the help of change option itself. Okay, so some other mechanisms also, but here I just wanted to show that the encryption method we are using is nothing but SHA-512. It's an algorithm actually. By using the algorithm, the encryption will be happen, right? In etc shadow, the second column we have the encrypted detail, right? So that is nothing but this that is done with the help of this SHA-512 algorithm. Okay, let me just go out from here. I will also open the next template file, which is actually called as etc default user add. See here, the home directory is, as of now, it is created in var. This can also be changed to some other folder called, I can change it to the standard folder called /home. See here, /etc password, okay, tail -1. You can see that the last user which we have created has the home directory in /var. Okay, now I'm going to create another user called OSE user 4. Now you can see after the change, you can see this is the home directory is created in /home. So what do you want to understand first of all, right? So this is something like, if you are understanding this fundamental, these basics, right, then you can do whatever you want. Okay, and also this will be very much helpful for the troubleshooting purpose. If suppose if the people or the project manager or the manager technical lead or someone is asking to actually check how can we change the home directory for all the henceforth users, right? Then this is the only option. Here is the only option you can do that. Okay, like that in login.defs also the user's home the home directory can be created or not, the mail folders, and also the user IDs informations, all these are available and this can also be managed. Okay, right. So next to that is the change option. I can just show you change -l OSE user 2. Okay, these informations are available. You can see that this is created here and the password expires in the 60 days, like that, some password inactive and other things. Okay, so to have this better understanding, let me just share you one particular a picture, right? So see here, this picture gives you the clear information about the passwords, aging factors. Okay, minimum number of days. What is the minimum number of days, right? For example, today is Friday, next Friday some 10 users are going to join in the organization. Okay, so which means that do I need to create those users in maybe on the next Friday, or I can create today itself? So how do we manage? Okay, that is what, yes, you can create today itself, but you can allow the user to log in, right, after some period of time. That is what it is called as minimum number of days. See here, lab user 3, right? So let me log in as user called OSE user 2, asking password. I'm just applying the password. I logged in. First of all, I logged in. Okay, I'm just going to change my password. Password, enter. Okay, password it is asking. I'm just applying the password. Now it is asking for the new password. I'm just trying to set a new password. Yes, yes, it is possible. Okay, now I have changed the new password, right? Now what I'm doing, see here, coming out from here, what I'm doing, I'm just going to change this value to 2. Okay, now you can see here, earlier it was, I don't know what is the value now. Earlier it was 0, now the value is changed to 2, right? What does that mean? Actually, we have to wait for minimum 2 days. Okay, let me demonstrate you. Okay, see here, login as lab user 3 first of all, then after that login as OSE user 2. Now asking for, yes, logged in. Now I'm going to change the password, current password. I'm going to set the current password. See here, you must wait longer to change your password. That is a speciality of this particular minimum number of days. You have to wait for this many number of days. Okay, if you turn back to 0, then it won't ask any such things. Okay, next is, this is the maximum number of days that we have set as 100, right? So this is the maximum number of days. Next is warning days. Warning days, if for example, if my password expires on December 1, right, before that 7 days before that, it will show you, give you the warning message, your password is going to expire, right? This is normal or common for all our user related stuffs. Okay, but now you can see in the password expiration, after the password expiration, there is a time period that you can set, that is nothing but called as the inactive days. In this period you cannot able to, and the account is completely unusable, right? So this you can set with -i option, and this is very useful information. Suppose if you have a user and the user is from vendor place, right, then you can set that. Otherwise some people will try to misuse this account. Okay, so that is the main purpose of this inactive days. Okay, right? So password set we know, password reset we know, and aging factors are also we know that, and we also have some idea about user creation, some group creation informations. Okay, right, I have some other informations details, then I will share it with you in the next video. Okay, thanks guys, have a good day. Thank you, bye bye.